All right, guys, here is one of the basic foundational games you must master. I call it the pay attention to me game. And all it is going to reinforce your dog paying attention to you. And so, how do you do it? You just have food or treats or the dog's food. And when the dog pays attention to you, you mark and reward it. And so, you can see I'm obviously doing it outside. This is going to be more of an advanced level compared to somebody who's just starting out. And so you would want to do it if you're just starting out inside, in the kitchen or in the basement, or something that's distraction free, so that the dog is going to, pick up on it. But you would not believe the number of people that just don't have their dog engage with them, even in the house. For whatever reason, they're not that source of value. They're not that source of fun. And I like to keep this pretty calm, just because you want to, you want to create a calm, confident dog at the very beginning, reinforce that. And studies and everything, continuously shows that whether you're a human or a dog or any other animal, the more times something gets reinforced, you're going to do it more often, right? And so all we're trying to reinforce here is, hey, you pay attention to me as opposed to everything else in the environment, which includes, the smells, the dogs, the birds, the people, the construction workers in this case. If you pay attention to me, good things are going to happen. And the beauty of this is there's no commands. There's nothing spoken other than a mark and a reward. So that would be your yes or a clicker. And then I'm using the out command because I'm using the toy. But with food, you would just mark and reward, mark and reward. And I'm getting some movement in here. I'm only going as far as, the camera can see. But you can walk as far as you want. And so a lot of times with people, they want to jump to leash walking right away. And, that's okay. It's not that hard once you know some basic leash handling skills, but people can't even accomplish this game, right? And so my advice to you is accomplish this where you can walk and your dog will pretty much just follow you, outside, start inside, but then work to the garage and then work to the driveway and then work a little bit down the street. And if your dog pays attention to you, mark and reward it. And that's just going to build that routine. And once dogs do a routine so much, they don't even think about it anymore. They just do it. So definitely take a step back and say, if I can get my dog to just pay attention to me naturally, that's going to be half the ball game, not just for leash walking, but for everything. Your dog chooses to pay attention to you as opposed to other things in the environment as an absolute game changer. You want to get your dog off leash, or you want to just have a good, calm, confident dog around other things. This is huge. And this also has that positive reinforcement then with everything else in the environment. So if your dog is a little timid around other dogs or other people, or, sounds, like with the construction, there obviously is big beeps and big thumps and all stuff going on over there with the equipment. This is a good way to just have that positive conditioning with that as well. So just to repeat, start super small, have your dog pay attention to you, mark and reward it. And then eventually you're going to start working up the distractions over time. And then you will also work up the amount of time your dog has to pay attention to you. And so at the very beginning, you might just be, he pays attention to you for a second, mark and reward it. Then it's 2 seconds, then it's 3 seconds. And then eventually, you're walking around your whole backyard, or you're walking around your whole basement before your dog even gets one reward. And so just like anything else, you're going to have a lot of food and rewards at the beginning, and then you'll disperse those over time. And even right here, this is good. So you could tell the whole time he was pretty in tune with me, but there he did get distracted. And so sometimes you actually want him to get distracted, and there's no corrections, or there's no like, hey, or look at me or anything like that. Go ahead, you can check out what you want to check out. Make sure the environment's obviously safe to do that. But then from there, the second you re-engage with me, mark and reward. And that makes that dog always come back.